Is there a diet that actually allows you to reduce inflammation? Is this something you can use to lose weight? So can we actually lose weight by reducing inflammation? There are a lot of misconceptions about this, and we're going to go deep into this in this video. But before we go there, click the subscribe button below, because on this channel, you're going to learn how to become a strong, healthy, high-performing, and high-energy entrepreneur. If you're already successful and you are, kicking ass in business and in life, but your health is really not there, this is a channel where you're going to learn exactly how to get in the best shape ever without all the BS that this industry is based on. So smash that subscribe button and let's go. What's up, everyone? This is Coach Amir from 7figurebody.com. Welcome to another video where today we're going to talk about inflammation. The other day we had a video about hormones and fluctuations in hormones, how somebody thinks that, oh, when I work out, my, testosterone and or growth hormone go up, and because of that, I'm going to get so huge and shredded and ripped. And no, we actually said that that's not the case. That's not how it works. Transient or temporary increases in hormones absolutely do nothing for building muscle, losing fat, or anything pretty much that is relevant, because they go up and down, nothing big happens. Pretty much the same exact pattern and the outcomes is happening with inflammation. Inflammation in itself is not bad if it's temporary and normal and local. For example, let's say you do a exercise, you go to the gym and you work out and you did your, chest and back today, and you threw in some arm training too. Guess what? At the muscle that you're training, that's being broken down when you train, that muscle is now going to be inflamed. Inflammation is not a bad thing. This inflammation response is a normal response of your body to some kind of stimulants or input from the environment, which is in this case, you're lifting weights, putting hard, load on the muscle. And now your body is responding by creating an inflammation response that then sends the signal to the brain, hey, something's going on. Let's actually do something to make it easier next time. This is literally how your muscle grows and becomes stronger. And this is how you become fitter. This is a great idea horrible idea. Great, I mean sarcastically, by this industry to tell you that inflammation is bad and you should absolutely kill it. So for example, people taking anti-inflammatory medications, the usual Tylenols and Advils and whatever after the workout, it's actually been shown that these anti-inflammatory agents, like basic medications that we take over the counter, they actually reduce the signal that is going to your brain and needed to actually build muscles. You literally kill your gains by doing that. Inflammation in that regard is a good thing. Let's say you have you fall off a bike or you do something, you have a little bit of injury. There's going to be an inflammation around that part of your body or at that spot, because that is a normal process of healing. On the other hand, inflammation that is chronic and systemic, which means the whole body is kind of having a higher level of inflammation, and there are inflammation markers in the body. Main one is CRP, C-reactive protein. If that level is elevated above the normal thing constantly and chronically, that is not a good thing. That's what we want to avoid. As such, all of these diets that they're talking about, anti-inflammatory diet, it's pretty much, for the most part, it is not it's BS. It doesn't exist. Anti-inflammatory diet. Now, of course, we could say, theoretically, well, if somebody's basically eating, McDonald's or whatever junk food place all day long and they have a ton of processed sugar, is that going to increase inflammation? Well, yes, especially the main thing it's going to do that, the main mechanism by which it's going to have this inflammation be chronically elevated is by making you overweight. Being overweight is inherently an inflammatory state to be in, because all of this fat now that we have, let's say we have way more fat, let's say I have 50 pounds more fat on me, right, than I do now. That is very, very hard for your body and heart and the whole system to manage. And then, this is actually what causes higher inflammation systemically. Being at a high blood sugar level, so elevated blood sugar, diabetes type 2, is that inflammatory? Yes, but these are basically results of longer term lifestyle choices. So we don't move, we're sedentary, we eat too much, and we probably have a terrible diet. All of this kind of causes, is directly influencing the weight gain, and that is then being inflammatory. So in that regard, if we say, well, let's put you on any diet, it doesn't matter what the diet is, that puts you in a calorie deficit, that diet is going to be anti-inflammatory. Why? It's not the diet, it's actually calorie deficit allowing you to lose weight. That in itself is going to reduce this inflammation. So you see, like the majority of this comes down to, are you overweight? That is very inflammatory. You can have the healthiest diet in the world. Like you can literally eat, the best local meats, very lean meats, best, omega-3 rich eggs, a ton of vegetables and fruit, and be in a surplus of calories, be gaining weight because you're in a surplus of calories. That will still be an inflammatory diet because, and again, it's a stupid thing to say it's an inflammatory diet. It's a diet that makes you gain weight. That in itself, gaining weight and being overweight, is inflammatory. Same thing vice versa. Let's take an extreme example in the other case. Let's take a McDonald's diet, which, guys, you have probably heard there is a McDonald's diet. There is a Twinkie diet. Two different people, nutrition professors, at some point said, I'm sick and tired of people saying that, you have to eat clean and horrible food is going to make you fat no matter what. And they basically, what they did, the first guy said, McDonald's diet, I'm going to eat in McDonald's. All the meals that I ever have are going to be in McDonald's. He did that, but he calculated so that he's in a calorie deficit. Guess what? He lost a lot of weight. All of his health improved. Same exact thing with the other guy who ate the Twinkie diet. Twinkies and whatever else. He had a bunch of sugar diet, but he was in a deficit. He lost a lot of weight. All of his health improved. Are these two diets inflammatory? Well, in this case, it allowed them to lose a lot of weight. All of their health improved. All of their systemic inflammation went down. So these diets were technically inflammatory. In theory, in practice, no, they were actually amazing. They reduced inflammation. You see, that's why we can't really say there's a inherently inflammatory or anti-inflammatory diet. It's just BS that, the hippies or whoever is trying to sell you. It's not true. What is true is you need to basically get your body fat percentage to the normal range. I will say this a million times. I know I'll tattoo it on my forehead here. Men, 12 to 15% body fat, you will not have any inflammation. Get there with your diet. Women, 22 to 25% body fat, you will have an optimal health, no inflammation or minimal inflammation. Again, we're talking about chronic, the bad one that we want to avoid. The inflammation that happens normally after you work out, after you haven't slept, after you're just stressed out from whatever else in life is going on, from the minor injury or cut you have, all of these things will cause temporary inflammation. That's okay. Nothing bad. It's a normal part of the healing process. Okay. So guys, hope this helped you and kind of clarified things on what the inflammation actually is, what part of it or what type of inflammation is good, which is not, and how to actually look at these diets. So next time when somebody says, here's the anti-inflammation pill, it's like, really? Anti-inflammation pill? Other than, the actual pills that are, we know that NSAIDs, like the Tylenols and Advils, yeah, they do work, but it's a very temporary thing. You will not, if you're overweight and or have some kind of really, really high inflammation by being very overweight and sedentary and off poor health, taking Tylenol is not going to fix that. The only thing that is going to fix that long term is getting in great shape, losing a lot of body fat, building some muscle and becoming more active. That's what's going to get you there. And then once we have that, then we can talk about the composition of your diet. Should your diet be McDonald's or Twinkies? Of course not. But let's first handle the fundamentals of getting you in that great shape. And then we can talk about the quality of your diet, which certainly has an impact once these things are checked off already. I lost weight, I'm in a normal fat percentage range, I sleep well, my stress is lower, then let's talk about the quality of your diet, okay? So guys, by the way, speaking of that, if you want to lose weight and get in great shape, please click the button or the link below in the description of this video. You will get, not only when you put your name and email there, we will send you an absolutely free video that I shared that I basically show you how I transformed myself from a fat kid to a pro athlete, an Olympic Games candidate, and a coach, and how I actually use that exact same process for 1,200 clients so far in almost 15 years of doing this for a living. My whole life is about this. I live and breathe this. Also, I will give you a absolutely free digital version of this book. This is going to be the best book you'll read ever on health. I absolutely guarantee it. It's going to be the best investment of your time ever with the highest return. I guarantee that. This book sells for $25 on Amazon. You're welcome to buy it there, but I will absolutely give it to you for free. You don't have to pay anything. Just click that button below, put your name and email, that link in the description, and we will send you both the video and the free digital version of this book as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, smash that like button, share this with a fellow entrepreneur so they can get this information and actually make better educated decisions about inflammation in the future. And if you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the love that we get. The channel's been growing, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate the support, and I will see you next time. Cheers, guys.